am so sorry that it's so dark in here, but we're in the middle of a storm and it's lightning and thundering out, and well, I have my older son is out on a date, my youngest son is on the computer, and my middle son's at a friend's house, and my husband's doing work in his office. And what do I decide to do at 8 o'clock at night but clean out my closet? And I thought, you know what, since I'm going to do this anyways, I am going to share it with you guys as a cleaning motivation for you guys, because sometimes no matter how organized you get lazy and you just kind of pile things in. And my closet is the area that kind of catches all that stuff that we really don't want to deal with. And I'm going to show you the real McCoy here. It is so bad. But what is happening is, I don't know if you guys can see these clothes right here, but this is my chest of drawers, and because my closet is such a disarray, we are piling our clothes on top of our chest of drawers so it's easier to get to them, because our chest of drawers actually hold a lot of clothes, but not these clothes. These clothes go in our closet, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Alright, let me flip the camera around here. I got a little puppy down here at my feet, but this is it, and I figured there's enough light in here that I can share with you guys this evening, I hope. The whole concept of this closet works for my husband and myself. We put jeans, pajamas, and I put like my everyday stuff, which I basically call like my pajamas and my workout stuff, like sweatpants and t-shirts, things like that, that I just wear around the house or work out in, on these shelves. And my husband has jeans and pajamas on this shelf. And then up above, I put these two shelves to hold all of my expensive, well, not expensive, but you know, my nicer dress shoes. And then I have all my purses over here in this corner, and then I'm not using my makeup mirror at the current time, so that's there. And then I have all of my sweaters and my sewings in that basket, because I haven't been doing any of it because I just, you know, just refuse to take the time to do it. And then I had all of this sorted, and it's kind of in a little bit of a disarray. Like, this isn't supposed to go up here, and this is winter, it can be put in the back, you know, stuff like that. Okay, Snowball, quit barking. All right, I gotta come back. Okay, Snowball started barking on me because she hears the thunder and she thinks somebody's coming in the front door. Then under here I have like an organizer where I keep scarves and extra shoes and things in. And then this Rubbermaid tub got moved in here because it was an extra from Christmas. And then my husband's tie holder broke, and that ended up thrown in there. Then I decided I needed summer shoes pulled out, so I pulled this crate out, and all the summer shoes are everywhere. My husband's junk. This stuff belongs to the dog. I mean, it's a madhouse. We even have Christmas snowman, which I don't mind so much because I never could find a place to store him. But this needs to get cleaned up because I need to be able to get from here to here. And in order to get to there, I can't. And so we can't even put our clothes on there like we're supposed to so we can get to it. So, 8 o'clock at night, I'm going to give myself 1 hour just to see what I can do in here. So I'm going to show you a quick before and then an after. And I can't believe it, but my closet has a floor I haven't seen in a few months. Okay, so honestly, I have been in the closet for about 10 minutes. That's it right now. I just organized this section a little bit better, put the stuff that I didn't need that was up front here, that was more wintry, towards the back. Also towards the back is my very dressy coat, more you know, I have a formal gown, you know, things I'm not going to wear on a day-to-day basis, guys. Let's face it, where am I going to go that's formal right now? I weeded through my sweaters, so I still have some here, but my husband and I are sharing a shelf over here because he has some of his, and then these are mine. And then we have his jeans, his pajamas. I just stuck this basket here. It's got my sewing in it. And then I changed out, I scooted this thing down. This is all organized. This is hats, belts, scarves, like winter stuff, like winter scarves. And then all of my husband's pants are on this side now because it evens out with this a little bit better. Otherwise, with his shirts hanging down, it was wrinkling his shirts with this being in the way. So I kind of fixed it a little bit. That basket houses like extra razors, soap, shampoos, things like that, so that in a pinch, if we need it, we have an extra. So it's extra. These buckets, I have to stay in here for now because I don't have any other place to put them, but it's extra flour, sugar, and dog food. I have 3 of them. There's 1, and then underneath here is 2 more. Those are the things that I buy in bulk. And then these are all of my summer scarves. They went on a hanger here in the front. And then I have extra wrapping paper from Christmas. And then I have shipping paper because sometimes I like to ship gifts to my mom because they live 800 miles away from here. And then underneath here I have my boots on this blue tub, and this blue tub is full of pictures because when my kids were babies, digital cameras didn't exist, guys. This is printed pictures from their childhood. So that is what's underneath there. So now I've got to deal with, let's bring you in here, these shoes, the dog basket, miscellaneous stuff that belongs to my husband, and then the ties. So he has this tie thing. I'm going to try to put them all on there and hang them in the front of the closet instead of the back so they don't get all ransacked. And then I have clean clothes. I'm going to put those up in the closet. And then I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's finally finished. I'm so glad it is done. I have to say it took me far less than an hour to do. Everything has a place. I mean, this is a small walk-in closet, but it works for my husband and myself. And you know, we have to utilize what little space we have in our house. So I take advantage of all the way to the top, including Christmas decor and Hanukkah, and all the way down to the floor. So, because I have to do that with this house because it is so super small. But let me tell you, I don't know why I have put this off for no longer than it took me. I should have had this done already. So I feel really, really good that it is accomplished. As you can see, I organized all of the items in the back of the closet. It looks so nice and uniform. By the way, I didn't say in this basket or crate are extra pillows for guests. My kids have sleepovers and have people over, so I keep an extra set of pillows there in the bottom. And then if our pillows wear out, then I get those and then I buy new for the guests. So that's kind of like our rotating system, I guess. I couldn't reach that pair of heels to fix it, but I'm going to get my husband back here in a minute and have him fix those heels. I really like how I utilized all the space in here. I've got my husband's shirts here, his pants, his suits, which his suits, he doesn't wear that often, so it doesn't matter that they're kind of crammed in the back. My dress clothes are clear in the back as well, like my dressier stuff. And these are just, you know, blouses, skirts, and then some dresses that I wear in the summertime. Then I put out a few few shoes, and I threw out a couple pair because they're just totally worn. My husband's dressy shoes are right here in this box. He only wears those when he really dresses up. Then I hung back the ties and took care of that. I organized all of this, so it's belts, hats, winter scarves, and that's all that's in those cubbies. And then I have my purses up here, and then the red, white, and blue is actually a big quilt in a bag. I bought that because it's great when you go on a picnic because you can either sit on the ground or put it over the table that you're going to eat at. And so we utilize that a lot, so I just left it right there so that I could access it easy because we do go to parks a lot this time of year. I have my hot sticks. I don't use much in my hair anymore, but I don't want to get rid of them. And all my sweaters, my scarves, my blouses. My boots are pushed in behind here on top of this blue thing, because I'm obviously not going to need those this time of year. And then, of course, I can't get away with my husband not having a few things that he insists upon having in here. Printer, computer stuff, cell phone stuff, and his small little collection of trains that he has. So if I actually had a place to put the trains, and I didn't think that the kids would not, like their friends and stuff wouldn't tinker with them, probably wouldn't be a bad thing to have them out somewhere where they could be enjoyed, or like his office or something, but it's just not a smart idea right now. So that is it, guys. How easy is that? You remember the big tub and how I couldn't even get in this door? This is all taken care of. Now, I did leave the basket right here with all the dog stuff in it because I have to be able to access it. I've actually put their leashes and their collars, their shampoo, their brushes, any kind of sprays or anything like that. A couple sweaters, because sometimes it does get really cold during the winter, and I do keep a couple sweaters on hand because they're very temperamental whenever it comes to being cold. Like, I mean, even like in the summertime, they like to sleep under a blanket. It's weird, but that's the kind of dogs they are. I do have my Velcro rollers there because I do use those when I have special occasions and stuff like that. I'll wash my hair and roll them in that and blow dry it to have more volume in my hair. So I leave those out. But yeah, that is it. And I'll let you guys see here what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope it motivates you guys to clean out a small closet of yours. I am just so glad to have a place to put everything up, because you know, you spend all this time ironing clothes, washing clothes, and it's just nice to be able to come in here and see your clothes, you know, all organized. And you know, it's not super organized. I've seen fancier closets, but this works for us. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and I'll be talking to you guys again soon. Bye bye.